Jurassic World Chaos Theory has arrived, so it's time for a deep dive. Warning, we will be discussing spoilers in this video, so click off now if you haven't checked out the show yet and want to go in fresh. In our non-spoiler review, we alluded to the characters being the heart of the show. We get an interesting love story where Brooklyn and Kenji break up, and Darius subsequently confesses feelings for Brooklyn, which are not reciprocated. This adds new layers to the characters' relationships as they work through the hurt and the grief of losing Brooklyn, giving real human depth to how this story unfolds. The story also naturally builds on Yaz's experience with trauma from Camp Cretaceous, and gives us an interesting look at how distance can affect relationships, whilst also exploring how to support someone who has overcome trauma, and not overly cushion them. The characters are handled in relatable and realistic ways incredibly well throughout the season. A surprise return for me comes in the character of Daniel Conn, a character who gets a redemptive arc. We learn that Daniel was working with Brooklyn before her demise and was exploring how to once again exploit dinosaurs, showing us the sinister character we met in the prior show. However, this facade eventually breaks, and Daniel is revealed to ultimately just want to spend time with Kenji, a character trait which leads to his demise as he sacrifices himself in a shocking twist, saving Darius and Kenji from pursuing Atrociraptors. The way the story handles this twist is sensitive, with time taken to reflect on the impact it has on both Kenji and the wider story. On our note about the Atrociraptors, the new Blast 6 being hunted is a huge plot thread in this season, with the elusive Microbangs hunting the characters throughout the show. Using a whistle to control the Atrociraptors, this character seems to share a much more personal connection with these animals than Soyana Santos, making us wonder where she factors into the wider story. This character ends the season injured, but very much alive, so we're curious to see where she turns up next. The hunt isn't over, and it's clear this character is serving a higher master, as revealed in the finale, so we're curious as to whether that ends up being the aforementioned Soyana Santos, Lewis Dodgson, and perhaps Biosyn, or somebody else entirely. Whilst this hunt dominates much of the story, we do get plenty of world building, with a Nasutoceratops in a gas station, a farmer in conflict with Bumpy the Ankylosaurus, and also the Jurassic Universe's equivalent of Tiger King. Yes, you did hear that right. Chaos Theory does a wonderful job of giving us a broader flavour for how dinosaurs are integrated with our everyday world through these sequences, and I really hope that subsequent seasons continue to show us more of where dinosaurs are most prevalent in society. Talking about dinosaurs themselves, there are some really fun inclusions here. We obviously get the brand new Beckel Spinax, alongside the Pachyrhinosaurus, and also the Suchomimus. Alongside these animals, we see the return of the Parasaurolophus lux from Camp Cretaceous, absolutely beautiful animal, and also everyone's favourite Ankylosaurus, Bumpy. Bumpy lays an egg in the show, setting the precedent for an interesting second season, which will introduce us to another young dinosaur. Plus, there are a few dinosaur Easter eggs sprinkled in here and there, including an InGen Velociraptor in one of the containment cells in episode 9. One of the other big themes of this season is dinosaur trafficking, and I love how this is viewed through the eyes of the Department of Prehistoric Wildlife. The regional director, Dudley Cabrera, is hiding his trafficking through assets which are listed as deceased, and our new character, Mateo, is dragged into this as a way to earn more money before he ends up releasing the Allosaurus which killed Brooklyn. This is a dark way of exploring morality in the case of Matteo taking money for off-book work, and is also an interesting case study on how corruption can seed itself within big organisations. The reference to Malaysia, the Netherlands, Saudi Arabia and Malta also gives us a sense for the scale of this operation, and also a potential hint at JP7, given the film is about to commence filming near Malaysia in neighbouring Thailand. The show ends on a cliffhanger, with the crew heading to a distant location on a ship full of dinosaurs, alongside the reveal that Brooklyn is in fact still alive, having lost an arm in the encounter with the Allosaurus. Brooklyn is working with individuals inside the DPW to uncover more of this mystery, and it looks like she is on course to cross over with the rest of the crew. We are left to wonder who Microbangs really is, who the mysterious unknown person behind the entire operation is, and how this show is set to connect to Jurassic World Dominion. For now, only time will tell. I loved Chaos Theory, and how it took a darker, more mature look at the corrupt goings-on in a world which is now full of dinosaurs. It's safe to say this is the story I've been craving since Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and I am genuinely very excited to see where it goes next. DreamWorks, you have me sat on the edge of my seat. Don't leave it too long until a second season, yeah? Huge thanks to DreamWorks Animation for giving us early access to screeners of the show. The additional content creation time granted to us by the studio has massively helped with enabling our coverage of it.